Okay. Um,
Motion to waive the reading of the abutters and to take the answers
Oh.
to question 8 as written.
Second.
all in favor?
Aye.
I know
Aye.
Gary, and I know Margarita,
Aye.
Dan,
Aye.
Jeff,
Aye.
and aye. Okay. Okay, Mr. Atkinson, are you on?
Yeah, yes, sir, I'm on.
Okay, would you like to explain to us what you'd like to do now?
Basically, I do have a Caribbean restaurant in Randolph. Been there for about 30, but almost close to 30 years. And what we do over there, as an example, we help the community with health and nutrition, and also in terms of weight loss, more so on the health side, more so than food. But we do carry the model of whole food, which is a model that carries just about everything: food, supplements, nutrition, and so forth. We thought that concept would be great for your community. And so our desire is to bring culture, which is a little bit of Haitian culture and Jamaican culture, and also health from the perspective of the Caribbean to this community. And hopefully we can do some good in terms of being here for the long term.
Okay. Okay. People have questions? Gary?
I don't have any questions right now.
Just to say one more thing, just so you understand what we're about to do. We're going to have a smoothie bar, which is all natural smoothie, not conventional, but organic smoothie. In other words, what we did was we didn't want to have, like, for instance, like a bag of carrots or tomato or, whatever we used to make a smoothie spoil. So we started shopping at places like Trader Joe's and Whole Foods to get the organic products to make our smoothie. And what we find in the organic products, it lasts a lot longer than the conventional products. So and also we use the alkaline water machine from the town, which takes out the lead, the chlorine, the chemicals out of the machine, and just help to neutralize the smoothies to make it a lot more healthier. So we also have an organic salad bar, and then we have the intertwining of Jamaican culture, Haitian culture, and some American food. Like, there are a lot of white people in this neighborhood that don't like bones. So we have what you call a special fish for them, like haddock or wild salmon or certain types of fish that doesn't have bones. And then we also have the Caribbean side. They like bones, so we have something for them. And then we also have the people who are basically vegan people, don't eat meat. We also have something for them in terms of nutrition and health. We also do detox. Detox is basically, our customers come in and they may be having a little bit of health issues, a little bit of overweight. We have a system on the health side where we detox them, clean their colon, kidney, liver, and spleen, and help them and put them back on the right path. Also refer some good positive books to them and give them a little bit of counsel so that they know what we're here for, not just to extract the resources and economic viability out of the community, but to help to bring something to the community that will help everyone in general. So that's our mission.
Okay. Jeff, you have any questions?
Yeah, I guess I'm a little more confused now. I mean, the request is to grant a special permit for fast food establishment, but I've been kind of looking at the plans and listen to the explanation. I hear smoothie bar. Okay, that makes me think fast food establishment, but then there's other services going on as well. I'm just a little confused about
Well, what we do,
What
what
permit
the
is
other
it?
services that I'm talking about, we have vitamins. We have 150 natural product companies, and we have a relationship with them. So basically, what we do, if someone comes in, we offer something based on the nature of them, of what the product suggests is. So we carry that. So while they're waiting for a plate of food or waiting for something healthy, they can walk around and pick up something, maybe a vitamin C, a vitamin D, a multivitamin, something that's already prepared, intact with the FDA. Nothing outside the realm of that.
So this is also a pharmacy or a retail
No, it's
store?
not a pharmacy. It's a pharmacy. It is just like the whole food model, like I suggested earlier. It's carrying natural products, organic products with Caribbean food, and also a salad bar and offering organic salad. These entities are part of our menu in the way of health and nutrition.
Okay, and then do you have a kind of a layout of the proposed establishment in the package here? The closest thing I see is a floor plan for the basement.
No, the basement is basically like our prep area, but when you walk into the store, you will find the vitamins and minerals on one side, and you also find the smoothie bar along with the steam tables and the cold pan for the salad dressing. You'll find them in conjunction with each other side by side. So as you come up to the counter and you order something, it is reflective of what it is that we are suggesting.
Okay. And what do you see your hours being?
Our hours are very minimal. It's like 10 to 7, 10 to 8. We're looking at more 8 o'clock.
And would that be 5 days a week, 7 days a week?
It will be 7 days a week. Maybe on Saturdays and Sunday, we probably, based on traffic, we don't know the experimentation of what it is that we're about to embark on, but that will determine whether we'll close at 8 o'clock versus 11 on the 2 days, which will be Friday and Saturday, in relation to just food, like Uber orders, DoorDash, Grubhub, internal food orders, not so much traffic from the outside, online access.
Mm-hmm. Okay. And I saw in the materials, you will not have a drive-through, but you might have.
Say it again.
Pickup. You don't plan on having a drive-through at all, but you'll have like.
No, there will be no. Well, based on how the town is structured, it's very challenging with traffic in terms of car and parking. So we don't have a drive-through. We rely on sidewalk traffic and just stop as you go traffic. And also we do have some parking in the rear. There is a sign in the window which states that you can drive on the other side of the street and park in the back of the building. But that is for people who have the patience to come in and see what it is that we're doing there, what we have to offer.
Okay. So do you plan to have like tables and chairs, like dining in the facility?
No, that will not be necessary at this time, because our purpose is not to entertain, but to give us a smidgen of counsel so that people can leave immediately with what they order, what they buy. So we're not looking for any type of seating in anything whatsoever. Nothing like that.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you very much for your question. Appreciate it.
Dan, do you have any questions?
No, Jeff asked all the questions I had.
Marguerite?
Just a couple follow-up questions. Are you guys currently open for food or just retail?
No, we're not open for food or anything like that. We do have a lot of customers that do come in and ask for food, and we have to educate them, let them know that there is a procedure that we have to go through in order to be able to serve food in terms of permits. So we are constantly repeating that. But Our opening goal right now is basically retail right now, packaged products. That's all that we can sell. It's been that way for about 2 years. In COVID, we took a lot of loss. We didn't want to leave the neighborhood. We just paid rent. It was closed. A lot of our product expired. And that was determined on us having an outside grease trap, which was required by the town to have a 1,000-gallon grease trap out back. And that was an economic, aftermath that we didn't really calculate in our budget, even though we have an internal grease trap. But now that suffices, and bringing our energy in accord with the rules of the town. No, we are looking to abide by the rules and regulations. And as you stated before, no, we just open for retail.
Okay. So I don't happen to have the notice of hearing, and it wasn't part of my packet.
Say again?
This is more of a question to, maybe to Jack. This is a central business district.
Yep.
Location, right?
Yeah.
So the retail's allowed by right?
Yep. He's been retail now for a couple of years.
Okay. And then is there any other permits that are going to be needed then? He mentioned the grease trap. Does he need to go before the selectmen or anything?
So he got the grease trap about a year ago, Ian. I'm not sure, but it's
Yeah,
a long time.
We got it recently installed, so no grease going to sewer. Even though we're not doing a lot of frying, it's on the health side. We really try to convey that so we can be grandfathered in, but we end up, that didn't really work. So what we did, we spent the money and got it put in just to be on the safe side. And that's what we did, It was challenging. I have to admit to you, paying rent and not having an economic comes in. It was a little challenging, but we were able to overcome that. You know what I mean? And stay steadfast and focused. But yeah, I appreciate your question.
So no other permits are needed, Jack, just to confirm?
Yeah, no. So when he initially came, he wanted to do this, but because of the grease trap, we agreed just to open as retail as right, which he did. And then, through COVID and whatever, he finally got the grease trap in, and now he's back. So I've known Ian now for probably 3 years, going back and forth with this, but I think it's a good. I mean, I just dealing with him on a daily basis for 3 years. It's I think it's going to be a good thing. I really wanted him to be able to have this fast food right away, but he couldn't because he had to go to you guys first. So, and he couldn't do it because of the grease traps.
So there'll be no cooking now? There'll be no cooking?
They have a stove. They can cook. It's the only reason in front of you guys is for the fast food.
Okay.
Can I ask a question?
Sorry, go ahead, Mark. I'll follow up.
Okay, the question I have is because of the location, is there going to be any additional signage to handle the traffic? If people are going to come in mostly for takeout, and it looks to me like when I rode by the properties and, ride through the town, that if you're on Washington Street, there's just 2 parking spots near that restaurant. So are we going to end up with problems with parking, and that signage might be addressed, like, pull in here for takeout or go down Railroad Ave versus if you're going to do a pickup? I mean, it just seems to me like that would be the only problem I would see, because it's not a sit-down restaurant, it's takeout. How's the traffic pattern going to be handled? Have you thought about addressing that?
Yes,
Definitely.
I have. Let me just let you know, I have about almost close to about 100,000 customers in my phone. And one of the things that I do, being in Randolph for such a long time, they're going to be getting a blast text message because everyone knows me. letting them know where my location is, and they'll know all the intricacies about parking. But most of my customers that come to me is on a one-on-one professional basis. They will call me, make an appointment, or they would, Ian, can you cater something for me? Can you make this for a wedding? Can you make this for a christening or a birthday party? We have our one-on-one. We're not really relying so much as 100% on like traffic, you know. We already have our clientele, and there are a lot of our clientele are in this particular zone, this area. So if we do open for a specific amount of time or hours, it was just only be just to accommodate them, because we have a relationship of 30 years. So they'll get a text message, look, it's downtown, which I always tell everyone anyway, it's downtown, the parking is a little tedious. There's parking in the rear on so-and-so street, across the street, in front of the so-and-so. I'm laying out all the nook and crannies so that when they get here, the town is not convoluted with traffic. So I already factor that into my vision based on location. But I love the fact that we are downtown, and I really want to represent downtown in a modest, just like our sign. Our sign is so magnificently attractive. If you look at our sign, it actually jumps out over everyone else's sign right in town. You can actually see it, you know, and I want to be able to be the face of that for downtown. That's what my goal. But to answer your question, I factored in what you just talked about.
Thank you.
Thank you for your comment. I appreciate it.
So I'm going to follow up to talk about some of the specifics around the permit, Mr. Atkinson. So you were asked about your hours of operation. Just so you know, the way this permit works is we have to actually specify the hours in the permit. So typically we suggest to people that they provide us with any possible hours that they may be open. So I just want to review what you told us, because you said 10 a.m. to 8 p.m. Monday through Thursday, or Sunday through Thursday.
No, Monday to Friday, but on the weekends, you know, it gets a little busier. So I was thinking more than 8 o'clock, maybe like 9 or 10. I don't know. I really don't want to be specific, you know, because I have to do my demographics by sending out cards and letting to see what our response is going to be before I can predetermine your question. So the only reason why I narrowed it down to 10 to 8, because as you know, being a small business owner is very challenging today to get good help. And most of our young people don't want to work. So suffice it to say, between 10 and 8, between I would say the hours of 10 to 8, Monday to Thursday, and maybe Friday, Saturday. I would say those hours maybe like 10, because the town kind of gets a little quiet after 8 o'clock, but we don't know. We can't measure it yet if someone is going to come out after hours and buy some food. So we tested the market so we can narrow the hours down. And that's why I'm not really being concrete with you. I want to be concrete with you, but I can't do that until I do some, you know, some demographical studies of how the response of the community is going to be when we are open.
So maybe I can, if I explain a little bit more, this can help you. So just because we put these approved hours in the permit, it doesn't mean you have to be open for those hours.
Right.
But you can't be open past those hours if they're not in the permit.
That's fine.
So if you tell us the hours that you potentially could be open, we're
Right.
willing to put that into the permit with those hours. If you choose to be closed
Right.
during some of that time, that's on you. You just can't be open.
Okay,
on
I see what you're saying.
So I heard
Okay.
10 to 8 Sunday through Thursday and 10 to 11 on Friday and Saturday, but I want to make sure that's truly what you want.
Okay, so here's what we do. I appreciate your statement. Thank you very much.
Sure.
Why don't we leave it open, because sometimes you do have some customers that are in there for counsel and for asking certain questions about certain products. I can't drive them out. So why don't we just say between Monday and Friday, 10 to 10, and then between to be correct, Friday, Saturday, 10 to 11, and then on Sunday back to 10.
So Sunday through Thursday is 10 to 10.
Say again?
Sunday through Thursday is 10 to 10, and Friday and Saturday is 10 to 11.
Correct. And then on on Sunday, 10 to 10, just like the weekdays.
Yep.
So we can test the market based on hours that we're gonna acquire people to work. And then if I have to adjust it, then I'll get a letter to you guys that, look, I'm adjusting my hours, and based on 90 days or a year or 6 months or whatever, these are the hours we're gonna be here, period. So I go
Right, I
broad
heard-
just to cover my surface.
Right. That's what we wanted to talk to you about. So I heard Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday is 10 to 10. And Friday and Saturday is 10 to 11.
Yes,
Okay. And we
Yes.
won't need a letter adjusting your hours if you're decreasing it. It would only be to increase that, just so you
Okay.
understand.
okay, thank you very much. I appreciate that.
My next question has to do with the fact that as a zoning board, when we issue special permits for use, we generally put an expiration date on them to provide the developer an opportunity to come back and meet with us in case any issues arise. Usually it's approximately a year period, and we always have our permits expire at the end of a calendar year. So my thinking would be that if you're planning to open the food aspect of this immediately, my thinking is that we have December 31st of 2023, but you will have the opportunity to come before us on our last meeting of the year, and you'll receive a letter about this, asking for it to be extended.
Okay.
Do you have any
Okay.
problem with that?
No, I don't. I think that's appropriate. It gives you guys a perspective of what we're doing, and it also gives me a perspective of my analysis and what I have to bring to the table. So I don't have a problem with that whatsoever. I think your question is in accord with our desires.
Okay, and I also think it might address Mr. Hausman's comment around traffic and parking, and we can have a better sense of what customer base looks like and how that's operating.
Correct. Correct. Yes. Correct.
Okay, those were my only questions. I do think this is a unique use in our town, and I appreciate seeing unique uses come into town. So
Thank you very much. I appreciate your question.
that
Thank you.
for us.
We're all set, Marguerite?
I'm all set. I'm all set.
Okay. Boy, you guys took care of all my questions. I wish you luck.
Well, thank you very much. I really appreciate it. We plan to bring conservatism to the town, not to bring certain behaviors to the town, which you guys already know what I'm talking about. I don't have to go and be specific with that, but I want to be able to represent the town in a way that it remains conservative and reflective of the upper echelon and the ideals of what it stands for. And that's what my mission is all about. So I really thank you guys for giving me the opportunity for being here. I appreciate it. And I thank you.
Let me see if there's anybody in the audience that has questions or has something to say about it. Do we have anybody there? Okay.
I don't see anyone, Sharon.
Okay. Okay, what's the wish of the board?
Gary, did you want to make a motion?
Sure, I'll make a motion that we grant the special permit with the hours that were discussed to expire on December 31st, 2023.
I'll second.
Okay. All in favor? Gary, I think
Aye.
you're,
Aye.
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 So I think we
Aye.
have to say our names
Yep.
because we're all virtual. So I, Marguerite.
okay.
Aye.
Dan, okay.
Hi, Jeff.
I got. And, okay. Mr. Atkinson, what'll happen is if the granted, we will, probably write a decision for next meeting, which would be in, March. Vote on, there's, people have 20 days to appeal it. But, good luck with it.
I want to thank you for the opportunity, and I'll patiently wait the 20 days. It's been a long time coming. I want to thank you guys for your energy and what you have to offer. I appreciate it. Thank you very much.
And
Have a
if
great
you have
night.
if you have any questions, don't ask us, ask Jack.
Yeah, Jack. Yeah, I have his cell phone number. You just send him a text message. You know, Jack, you know, he's one of those kind of guy, he kind of answers his phone, you know, based on his schedule. But I will. I know Jack.
Okay. Good luck.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Alrighty. Next. Okay. Next case is Mr. Crimmins. He sent us out another set of plans. So I didn't sit on this case, so Gary, it's up to you.
First of all, we got to open the case. Is there a motion to open the case?
Gary, you're the chair? I'll make a motion to open case number.
You weren't on
I'm not on
it.
this. Forget it. I'm not on this.
I'll make a motion to open case 4287.
Second.
Well, no, if you got the people.
Okay. Wait a minute, hold on. I gotta find the paper.
Yeah.
Okay, all in favor, open the case. Dan,
Yes.
Marguerite, oh no, not Marguerite, Jeff,
Aye.
Mark,
Yes.
and, Barry, who's the other one on it?
Emil's the other regular member, and Eddie is the alternate.
Okay, is Emil here?
I don't.
Ed?
He was here.
He's here.
I'm here.
Oh, you what?
Did you say aye?
Aye.
Okay, so the cases are open. Okay, Barry, you're up.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Chairman. For the record, Attorney Barry R. Crimmins of 909 Washington Street in Stoughton, here on behalf of my client, Rodney DeLeva. This once again, and I know Rodney is here. I saw him a moment ago. Excuse me. Once again, this is an application for a special permit to convert an existing single-family home into a two-family dwelling. When we were last before you 2 weeks ago, there was a request. We did not have the plans updated to show the proposed off-street parking. So in the meantime, we've submitted the revised plans that do show that off-street parking. If you have the plans in front of you, you'll see that it's proposed to have 3 spaces to the left of the dwelling as you face it, including 1 space in the garage. And to the right of the house, there'll be another 3 spaces. So it meets the requirement of the 6 parking spaces for the two-family dwelling. And, you know, at the risk of not belaboring the point, but I think that was the only thing the board had asked us to do from the last meeting. If you recall, at the time, Rodney had kind of sketched out a proposed parking plan, but we didn't have the actual parking plan. So although we resubmitted a full set of plans with the new date of February 3rd, it really is sheet 4 that was the only one that was revised to show the off-street parking. So with that, Mr. Chairman, we're happy to answer if there's any further questions that the members may have. But once again, my understanding was that was the issue that the board had asked us to address after the February 2nd meeting.
Okay, so and having said that, does anybody on the board have any additional questions? Okay, is there anybody in the audience that has questions or statements? With that being the case, what is the wish of the board?
I would make a motion to grant the special permit for the conversion of existing dwelling to a two-family dwelling in accordance with the plans provided dated February 3rd, 2023, on the condition that no more than 2 dwelling units will exist on the property.
Is there a second?
Second.
Sir,
That was Dan that seconded it. All in favor?
Sorry, Gary, can I just jump in for deliberation?
Absolutely.
Jeff, the only other notes I had about a condition was the construction to take place between 7:30 and 5, Monday through Saturday, with no construction on Sunday. I don't know if you wanted to add that condition.
Sure, we can add that in. I'll amend my motion to include the point raised by Ms. Mitchell.
Marguerite, can you just repeat those hours just so I make sure I got them straight?
Yep, 7:30 to 5, Monday through Saturday,
Okay,
no Sundays.
right. Thank you.
Dan, you still gonna second that motion?
I seconded it.
Okay. Okay, all in favor? Dan,
Aye.
Jeff,
Aye.
Mark,
Aye.
Emil?
Aye.
The motion passes unanimously. We're all set, Barry. You know the
Great.
deal.
Thank you very much. We appreciate the board's patience. And thank you and have a good night.
Good night.
Thank you.
See you, mate.
Thank you,
Take care.
folks.
Bye. Rodney, I'll talk to you tomorrow.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Well, good night, all.
All right. Good night, everybody. Thank you.
See you, Rodney.
Good night.
Thank you.
Okay. We have one set of minutes. If anybody get to read them?
Minutes from January 19th?
Yes.
Don't we have 2 other cases on the agenda today?
Yes.
Are you all set with these?
Marguerite?
The 2 other cases were the Red Cross piece, so I think we need to open them.
Oh,
The what?
the Red Cross.
The
Cases
donation
number-
boxes,
I just,
Oh, that was on the back side. Okay.
we decided to conserve paper this week.
can we open them both together?
Yep.
Yeah, I think we can open them
Okay.
both together because it's motion there. We had already reconsidered them.
Okay, motion to open case number 4292 and 4293 together and vote on them separately.
Second.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Gary? Gary?
Aye.
Marguerite?
Aye.
Jeff?
Aye.
And Sherm? So it's unanimous. Okay, we're reopening the cases because they're in an industrial zone. Is that what it was?
Yes, which means not allowed. They're not an allowed use. They're prohibited. There isn't a special permit option.
And it was up to her to prove to us it was before the 15th, 2015. Is that what it was?
Yes, if it was there prior to the special town meeting in 2015, which is where this bylaw was approved, then it would be a pre-existing non-conforming use.
Okay. And did we hear from her?
I think that goes to Jack.
So I left a couple of messages for I think it was Jane Osborne. I heard back yesterday from James Kelly, who is out of American Cross Wynwood. Had about a 40-minute conversation with him, and he was not happy having to prove. I said to him, the board just wants you to be able to say whether it's through retrieval records or rental, to show that the donation boxes were there prior to 2015. And he was not happy. He was going to make, I told him that you were going to open the meeting today, and probably continue it depending upon, whether or not they came. But he was going to talk to his counsel and decide what he was going to do. I was hoping they'd be on right now, but they're not. So I did reach out to town council, and he said if they can show retrieval records, which he said shouldn't be that big of a deal. But according to Mr. Kelly, that's a big deal. So I don't know where they stand.
Well, if that's the case, what we should do is probably continue until the next meeting and give him the 2 weeks so that he can either prove to us that it was there or not. And then if he don't want to prove it, we'll have him take them out.
Well, that's pretty much how I left.
Why continue the meeting unless they're willing to provide that information? If they're not willing to provide, tell them, send them a letter and say, if you provide the information, we'll open the case. But if they're not willing to provide the information, the matter's closed and we're not going to approve it. I mean, you can keep this thing going on forever and ever, with these, follow-ups and all that. But it seems to me it's pretty clear. If he's not willing to provide that information, the case is closed as far as the zoning board's concerned. And if he is willing to provide that information, then we open it and address it and make the approval. But why keep ping-ponging the thing back and forth? But that's
So
just
I don't know that we can reopen if it's vote. I mean, we can vote on it tonight, but we have to either vote to continue it or vote to deny the special permits before us. And then once you take a vote to deny a special permit, it impacts their ability to come back before us. They have certain delays around that. So I guess my feeling is, given the fact that the conversation happened yesterday,
postpone.
I don't mind continuing it. In fact, I'd be happy to give him a month. That gives him a full month to talk to council, work with you, Jack, make that final decision, and you can explain to him that we're going to be in a position where we're going to have to take action on these special permit requests unless they're withdrawn.
Yeah.
At that time, unfortunately, our hands are tied that we can't approve this because of the zoning district that the lots are located in. If it turns out that the boxes were there, and they can show you that prior to, it's November 15th, if I remember correctly, of 2015, then they would withdraw their request before us anyways, because there wouldn't be a need for them.
Right.
And if not, then if they can decide to withdraw or not, but they really deal with you as the zoning enforcement officer.
Yep. Yep.
But I don't want to not take action, Mark, only
mean,
because I don't want there to be an argument about some sort of constructive approval either. I think
I agree.
we need to vote somehow on it.
Having said that, I'll make a motion and we continue cases, put it down again.
4292, 4290.
4292 and 4293 to, March, it should be March, 14th, correct? It's the
That
second
would be
meeting?
the, right,
I thought it
The
was the
second
16th.
meeting?
I don't have the calendar
I think it's the 16th.
with me.
Oh, yeah, the 16th, right. Yeah, it should be the same days
Okay.
in March as it is in February because it's 4 weeks.
Okay.
So I'll say March 16th. We don't even know how many cases, till 7:34 PM.
Second.
okay. All in favor? Dan,
Aye.
Gary, of course,
Aye.
Marguerite, of course,
Yes.
Jeff,
Aye.
and sure, I'm so extremist. Okay. Do you have Kristen send out a letter to her, to them, or maybe just call them again?
Yeah, I can call him tomorrow and tell him. I had told him that because, I mean, I left after Marguerite and I spoke about this. I left a message on 2/7. I left another message on 2/13, and then I spoke with him yesterday. But because it was yesterday and it wasn't a great conversation, I said that, you know, if you came in front of the board with something, it would be, you know, showing something, but it's kind of like a last minute thing. So I said they'll probably continue it, but I can call him back tomorrow.
Okay, that'd be fine. Okay. So now, back to the minutes.
I make a motion, we accept the minutes from, Thursday, January 19th, 2023.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Dan, aye. Gary, aye.
Aye.
Marguerite,
Aye.
Jeff, aye.
where am I? Okay. I guess
Okay. That's it.
So
Motion to
that
adjourn.
concludes that.
Motion to adjourn.
we need to figure out who's drafting what. I can't draft. I can work on the first case, but I can't draft the second one because I didn't sit on it.
That, the two-family one?
Yeah,
I'll do it.
I'm happy to take a look at something that's drafted, but I just can't
Yeah,
draft.
no, I'll do it and I'll send it over to you.
Okay. And I'll work on the first case too for the next meeting. Unless someone else wants to. Come on, Mark, Ed, Neil, and
Okay.
Ed is like looking at me like,
Okay,
all right.
so I guess I'll entertain a motion to adjourn now.
Right. Motion to adjourn.
All in
Second.
favor?
Aye.
Okay. We're adjourned.
Marguerite, aye.
See you guys.
Right.
All right, Jack. Thank you.
You guys.
Bye.